Welcome to the Noka News Network. I'm Ricky French, and I'm here with Mr. Dan Colley.
Is this the episode where we do the dirty limericks?
No, I hope not. What's going on, Dan?
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And he was an asshole.
And he was an asshole. Yeah, probably. I've never been to Nantucket.
I haven't either.
I did see that. What was that movie that took place in Nantucket with Cusack and Demi Moore and Booger from Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, One Crazy Summer.
One Crazy Summer. Thank you.
That's
Yes,
the one. If you queue up the Cusack movies, I can get there.
Well, that's why I figured you get there. I knew it more from Bobcat Goldthwait in there.
You're a diehard Bobcat Goldthwait fan. Apparently,
between that and Burglar and the Police Academy movies, I'm set, man. You forgot he was in Burglar, didn't you?
Yeah, I forgot. Luckily, I forgot entirely about Burglar until you brought it up just now.
Whoopi wishes she did, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, you know how we a lot of times, we mentioned this last week, we start with the COVID news because it's pretty pervasive.
Yeah, it's pretty perverted too. Wait, I mean, pervasive? That's a different word.
Yeah, it is. When you talk about it, it's typically pretty perverted, but for some reason.
And they say, do what you know, I guess. That's all I know.
Okay, so this, there was a lot of goings on with COVID, of course, but
there were. They
mostly involve people dying, which we tend to have a hard time making funny, so we don't do that.
Yeah, unless you were a real piece of shit.
But this one is loosely COVID based, and I guess we'll start there.
All right, go ahead and fire away, sir.
Janine Hoskovec, she's been dubbed, quote, Coughing Karen. Mm-hmm. She now has to find a new job after her antics at a grocery store went viral.
Okay, please inform me of what happened.
Janine Hoskovec, citizen of the great state of Arizona, is now out of a job after she was filmed coughing on a mother and daughter who were shopping at a Super Saver grocery store in Lincoln, Nebraska.
I can't believe anyone in West Florida would do something.
Well, she's from West Florida, but then she was in Lincoln, Nebraska for some reason. I
don't know why she'd be there.
Well, that great Super Saver opportunity drew her in, I guess.
She decided that there wasn't any nice, innocent people to screw with in Arizona anymore, so she'd go there instead, huh?
I guess. The incident occurred on September 3rd and quickly went viral after it was shared on Reddit under the title, quote, Anti-Mask Karen deliberately coughing on me at South 27th Super Saver.
Very specific location.
Exactly. Hoskovec, who is 54, is accused of harassing shoppers because they were wearing masks amid the never-ending COVID pandemic. So, for some reason, she had something up her craw about people wearing masks. I don't get it.
I still wear mine in certain situations, and no one has given me any grief or really looked at me weird or anything.
Well, no, because I don't typically, but I wouldn't think ill of anyone who did. There are a lot of people who are, and I understand that.
Yeah, I am vaccinated, fully vaxxed. Mm-hmm. I'm vaxxed, waxed, and ready to roll this summer, baby. But the point, though, is even if it wasn't a big deal to me, it's still a comfort things for others, and just be polite and do it. Just be considerate of others. If that worst case scenario,
I mean, I would never even consider getting. Why would it bother me?
Oh, that.
No, you're right. No, why would it bother me if somebody else chose to wear a mask? I don't care.
Yeah, I give a shit. Yeah, they just look at you like, oh, you're a sheep or something. It's like, okay.
Oh, as a matter of fact, Hoskovec was seen coughing on the woman who is recording her before calling other shoppers sheep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
see?
She also proudly proclaims that she doesn't wear masks because I'm not sick and neither are you. Well, you actually kind of are sick in a way.
In the head.
The 13-year-old daughter of the woman who filmed the encounter shared the clip on TikTok. Of course she did. Mm-hmm. The girl's father, who was not at the store, posted the video on Twitter and wrote, She instigated the whole thing, picked a mother and child to harass, think they just wanted to get away. Lady kept following them. Some other folks stepped in. The super saver they were at didn't really do anything. Well, what were they supposed to do?
Yeah, hit her with a price gun. I mean, that's...
Anyway, so she...
I guess they could have asked her to leave or something. But...
You know, she worked there. I mean, they fired her eventually, so that was good. But this story's 3 pages long, and it doesn't need to be. I think we covered pretty much all I need to know about that.
So
thing.
Karma and Karen is evidently a bitch.
Apparently.
I like that. That's good. That's good. Ricky, let's talk about another shopping experience.
All right, let's do it.
I'm going to. Tens of thousands of classy looking teak wood shower benches.
Oh, tell me more.
Have been recalled due to numerous reports of them falling the fuck apart.
Oh, no.
Including a few incidents that resulted in injuries.
Uh-oh. Now your shower's way less classy than it was.
That's
Now
right.
that your bench is falling apart.
Now that you're bleeding inside the shower.
That really classed up the shower, and now...
Remember how you wrote that teak bench and there's a wood shaving up your ass now when you're in the shower? How classy is it now?
Yeah.
The recall was published by the U.S. Consumer Protection Safety Commission.
Oh, good for them.
That's a mouthful. Which reports that there have been 81 reports related to the benches falling
How
apart.
many times are you going to say reports?
As many times as this copy says it,
All
man.
right, good.
Or otherwise collapsing when used.
Well, that's a quality you don't want in a bench.
Well, breaking and collapsing is pretty much the same thing, or falling apart. This copy so far just likes to say the same shit over and over again.
Yeah. It's sort of like the whole show.
Yeah,
we do.
basically. The particular Lavina brand shower benches that were recalled were exclusively sold at the big box retailer Costco.
That's one thing they couldn't give you a free sample of.
What, sitting in your own shower on a bench?
No, they
No.
couldn't. I guess
They
they
should have
set
made
up
these
like
little
a
tiny ass benches. You just sit there and look stupid, look around.
yeah.
This is pretty good. Yeah,
They could have set up like a mobile shower in the store.
it's fucking
Whatever.
comfy. The model is a 20-inch teak shower bench featuring a seat, a shelf,
A seat is a great quality to have in a bench.
and padded feet.
Oh, good.
The seat's not padded. Fuck your ass, I guess. But the feet are.
Just so your shower doesn't get
Exactly.
scratched up.
Consumers that may have purchased the recalled unit can check the item's number and UPC, which I will not give you because it's not on here.
Well, do you really need to check first of all, do you have the UPC? Do you save the UPC codes from everything you buy?
Let's make this simple. Do you have a teak bench in your shower?
And did you get it from Costco?
If not, you're good.
If you check those two boxes, then it's probably this thing.
Well, here's the thing is, if it happened, if you fell and popped your head or broke your ass or snapped your dong or whatever, you deserve it because you paid anywhere from $80 to $90 on this fucking piece of shit, and you deserve it. So don't buy something stupid at Costco and break your ass.
That's always good advice. I
Bitch
guess.
about it later, Ricky.
Dan, so I guess I didn't see this at the time, but I guess back at the end of August, there was a huge issue with the subway system in New York City.
Yeah, rats,
Well,
murderers,
urine,
drug dealers, drug users,
all of the above.
people dressed like a clown.
Stabbings. Yes, all of that happened, I'm sure. But another thing that happened was on August 29th, there was a subway power outage.
Oh, how will the Warriors ever make it back?
I'm not sure. The power outage that stranded hundreds of people underground was the result of human error, the governor's office said Friday.
Sounds right, yes.
Someone apparently...
We are responsible for 90% of all fuck-ups in the world.
That's true. Someone apparently pressed a power switch that should have had a protective cover on it, but it didn't.
Whoops.
That and the cascading series of failures that followed took out the MTA's numbered subway lines as well as the L train. So if you're trying to ride the old L train, you were shit out of luck.
You would think that something that important probably should have had a cover on.
Probably.
Good job, government oversight.
The state immediately identified a systems failure that contributed to the problem, but the new report, prepared by two outside engineering firms, they brought in the engineers to solve this one.
Someone turned off the fucking power button.
Yeah, makes it clear that it was human error and it spiraled from there. The reports revealed that the precipitating cause of the loss of power at the New York City Transit Rail Control Center was the byproduct of a manually activated power off switch on one of the building's power distribution units. That's a very long-winded way of saying some asshole hit the button and turned it off, is what they're saying.
Lights off. Lights on in the studio.
That's pretty much how it works.
See how it works?
The engineers recommended a number of improvements.
Yeah. A plastic fucking cover for $3 at Home Depot.
And or getting rid of the asshole who hit the button for some reason.
I'd get rid of the asshole that designed the button to just be out in the open and not be protected in the first place.
Yeah, well, probably.
So the subways left hundreds of thousands of people probably screwed, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because they believed it would work. Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about a church in Liberty, Missouri. Liberty police are investigating
pretty straightforward.
I thought
on
so.
Your part.
Liberty police are investigating the theft of 1,500 pounds of grapes from a church.
Uh-oh.
That's what they said. I'm sure somewhere. Pastor Michael Kern of the Hosanna Lutheran Church.
Hosanna.
Said that, don't see on the fucking podcast, Ricky.
I know. I'm breaking my own rules.
I know, you Toto fan, you. Said the church traditionally picks the grapes.
Categorically false. I am not a Toto fan, but that's fine.
That's fine. Says they pick the grapes after our service, converts it into communion wine for the rest of the year. Pastor Kern says the 5 rows of vines have been outside the church for more than 15 years, and making the communion wine is a cherished tradition. KSHB TV reports the grapes were taken sometime after Monday. I don't know which Monday this was. Monday after the 8th, I guess.
Yeah, sure,
or before the 8th. Kern says the church is not asking for donations to replace the vines, and its wine producer, Excelsior Springs, will still provide wine for communion.
Oh, well, good for them.
I thought Christ provided the wine for communion. It's his blood, right?
Yeah, it's symbolic. They got to buy the wine. Or in this case, they make theirs, I guess. I bet it's... How good do you think this communion wine is?
Probably not very.
Is it better than what you might make out of orange peels and ketchup packets?
No, that's not... I mean, probably, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
how would I know? I don't know.
I'm not accusing you of anything. Take it easy.
Quit staring at me like that.
Well, calm down.
Everything's cleared.
Don't stab me with a sharpened toothbrush or anything.
Yeah.
A Jersey City man returned to his apartment after a week-long vacation to find that $20,000 in cash and $10,000 in sneakers had been stolen.
Holy shit. How much? $10,000 in sneakers?
Yes, sir. A bunch of Jordans or something. It doesn't specify, but I would imagine that.
Well, I don't think they were LA Gears.
Probably not. Let's just say they didn't have Velcro strips on them.
Who in the hell keeps $20K at the house?
Well, this guy, and he learned his lesson.
I would
imagine.
Assume so.
The burglary occurred on McAdoo Avenue.
Ooh, we're gonna rock on to McAdoo Avenue.
Okay, that's stupid. Between Spring Street and Fowler Avenue, there in Jersey City.
Yeah.
It was reported by police at 2 a.m. Thursday when the victim found that his apartment had been ransacked.
Ransacked?
Yeah, like a bunch of Vikings came in or something. They pillaged his shoe collection.
This guy was robbed by the Visigoths?
Yeah, or the Normans or the Vandals or, who knows.
For Christ's sakes, Hannibal, lock up the defenses a little bit more there, pal.
Alexander the Great rode into his Jersey City apartment on elephants and stole all his shoes.
A bunch of Spartans showed up and said, give us your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Stole everything.
Yeah. They came in a hollowed out horse, from what I understand.
That's the original reason that China had to build the wall from the Mongols. They kept coming over and stealing all their shoes.
Yeah, right. They're Jordans.
Genghis Khan's like, give me the airwalks. I need those. They had to build that wall.
The man told police that he was last in the apartment on September 2nd.
Where was Marco Polo at this whole time?
I don't know. The burglars, this is real insult or injury, Dan. The burglars removed the sneakers from the boxes and left the boxes.
Oh, so that's a nice fuck you, isn't it?
No, it's got the boxes.
Well, how are they going to carry all them boxes down the steps?
I don't know. So they gained access to the apartment by pushing in the air conditioner and climbing on in.
With an elephant.
Yeah,
Just like Hannibal taught him to.
Probably, yeah.
A battering ram. Bring the siege engine to the air conditioner. We shall breach the walls.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a trebuchet was involved, perhaps.
A trebuchet.
Who knows? Who knows? All right, Dan. Now that we got that all sorted out, what's
we got that shit out of the way? That's the next pile.
now that nonsense is covered? What's in the second segment of the show?
Well, we're going to continue with the fuckery with an all Florida segment, Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
I know we do these often because Florida is the gift that keeps on giving all year long, Clark.
That it is indeed. A lot of material.
That's right. We're going to be talking about the beach blow up, why the beaches down there sometimes are really kind of dangerous and shitty. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about someone who was wicked naked. And we're going to be talking about the Elixir of Strife. On the Noka News Network when we come back, Ricky.
Noka News Network, the news no one cares about.
Noka News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's good-ass popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
White cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got...
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good-Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Popcorn with Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from Noka News. NokaNews.store. Gotta go to NokaNews.store. NokaNews.store. Apparel's, collectibles, and more. NokaNews.store. Gotta go to NokaNews.store. NokaNews.store. You think singing like Hootie is gonna help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. It's the Noka News Network, news no one cares about. And I'm still Ricky French, and that's still Dan Colley.
Never fight a land war in Asia, Ricky. Just don't do it.
Lose your sneaker treasure.
You will, yeah. I was discussing that with some of my fellow historical war reenacting buffs, friends of mine.
Of course, yeah.
And we decided that that's a bad idea.
What was the Chinese wrote the Art of War? What was it?
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu, yeah. There's a big section in that about how to take people's fucking kicks.
Yeah, chapter 3 was the art of taking footwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the things I remember from reading The Art of War was always use your greatest strength to attack their greatest weakness, and always leave the boxes when you take the shoes they're easier to carry.
Exactly. That's just throw them in a trash bag.
Throw them in a trash
Pretty
bag.
sure that's what he said.
Speaking of trash, this is the All Florida segment, Ricky.
Now you did it. That was a good one.
Thank you. This comes out of the Tampa area. I think.
Of course it does.
A naked woman allegedly drove a golf cart through the scene of a tense, hours-long standoff between cops and an armed suspect in Florida. I want to make sure you got that a golf cart was driven through a tense SWAT standoff between an armed suspect in Florida by a naked woman. Officers were trying to defuse a standoff with an armed teen on Sunday when 28-year-old Jessica Smith allegedly drove through the middle of the crime scene in Dundon, which is west of Tampa, just after midnight, or Dundee, or Dundon, or Dundon Mifflin, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Smith, who had nothing to do with the standoff at fucking all, was naked and reeked of alcohol when she rolled through the law enforcement perimeter, according to an arrest affidavit obtained by the Post.
Very clueless.
The woman, who lived in Boston, Mass, of course, allegedly drove past multiple marked law enforcement vehicles in the direction of the armed suspect,
Of course.
who was perched on his roof, or at least the roof of a house.
All of this, while sort of insane, seems par for the course when dealing with
Very
all of
Florida,
these
yeah.
individuals.
After she
And
refused
sort of
to
Boston.
leave...
Very Florida and sort of Boston.
Yeah, a little bit of each. After she refused to leave the area, so they asked her nicely to fuck off. Sheriff's deputies eventually pulled her from the golf cart and handcuffed her as the standoff with the armed teen continued to unfold. Smith had a distinct odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from her.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. And she was completely nude, the affidavit said. Her actions and inability to follow directions put multiple deputies at risk for potentially getting shot at.
Well, what I want to know is, where did this golf cart come from? That's
Well, let me look around here, see if I can find it right here. Let's see. She was charged with resisting an officer without violence. She had no comment when reached by the Post Wednesday.
yeah, I wouldn't either.
No, I'd just shut the fuck up at this point. The standoff that she interrupted went on for 6 hours and involved an 18-year-old named Miles Abbott. He allegedly fired a gun at people before climbing onto the roof of a house and pointing his gun at the responding officers. He was eventually charged with loitering, prowling, aggravated assault against a law enforcement officer, weapons charges, and resisting arrest without violence, according to sheriff's deputies.
Did they really need to add the loitering on there? I think the rest of it covers it. Do you have any guess as to why a Bostonian would have been in Tampa last Thursday, Dan?
My guess is she was probably down there to try to see Tom Brady and Gronk.
And the Gronk.
And the Gronk play the opening contest with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's conjecture, but that checks.
I'm assuming she was trying to bone the Gronk.
Well, aren't we all?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
man, I think the Gronk would bone you.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
With his
big Gronk donk.
He's had a lot of injuries. Did he ever injure his dong? Does he have a mecha dong now?
No,
How
he's
does it work?
got a Gronk donk. That's what he calls it.
Okay.
Little Gronk. You know, Gronk was once Gronk was once a WWE champion.
Yeah, once. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, did you? Mm-hmm. And not many people did see that.
So the assumption here is that this lady was on some kind of vacation, I guess.
Probably, because Boston's not close to Florida.
No. And when you go to Florida on vacation, you probably spend a lot of time on the beach.
I'm not going to, but go ahead.
Well,
yeah.
You know, I'm not either. But
Yeah.
I got more evidence as to why you probably shouldn't. There are landmines on the beach in Florida.
Of course.
Apparently.
Fucking course they
For
are.
some reason. There's never been a war zone other than, the Spaniards at some point, probably.
I don't think
with
Pizarro
the Seminoles.
Well, I don't think Pizarro was there at all, but I don't think Ponce de Leon carried landmines
probably
on
probably not.
St. Augustine there.
A section of Florida Beach was evacuated Thursday after residents found landmines in the area.
Sure they did.
This story is real short and to the point. The Indian River County Sheriff's Office said residents found a mine against a seawall in the South Beach area. Deputies said a second device was brought back by roadway by one of the residents. That means a guy found another one and he put it in his car and drove it.
Just put it in the back of the Datsun and drove it up to the police station.
One of those little Datsun pickups. That's what we're making all that up, but probably,
they don't even no one's got a Datsun anymore. That's ridiculous. Ricky, driving a landmine in the back of an old truck is a bad idea, and all the bad ideas come from the Florida man. Oh, Ricky. This time, the Florida man's in Orange County, as the Orange County Sheriff's Office will tell you that the law does not look too kindly on dance moves.
Why is that so?
Don't break them out.
Okay.
Don't dance off, sucker. A Florida man found out the hard way this week when he was tased after twerking during a traffic stop.
That's what I feel like doing whenever I get stopped by the cops.
That's what I do. I break it down and thrust my junk at them and shake my ass and hope that they don't tase me. In video captured by a passing motorist, Richard Wolf of Crystal River rubs himself on the outside of his SUV while thrusting his hips at a police officer. The 57-year-old proceeds to get down and twerk before dancing into traffic on State Road 44. At one point, Wolf removes a knife from his waistband and tosses it into the grass. The report says that he said,
Okay.
"What are you scared of? I got knives, you got a gun." Wolf was initially pulled over for using the grass median to turn lanes to pass traffic. After being tased and arrested, he was booked into the Citrus County Jail on charges of resisting arrest, fleeing from law enforcement after being ordered to stop, and reckless driving. Unfortunately for Wolf, ignorance of the booty and knowing when you're shaking it is no excuse. That was poorly written.
Yeah.
Basically, this dude, we saw some video of this, and we actually play a clip here in just a second, but he got out, shook his ass, was grinding on the ground like he was trying to get all up ons, like he was R. Kelly or some nonsense.
Yeah.
And they tased his ass for it. Ricky, please regale our listeners with a witness's expert commentary.
Oh, I got fucked up.
That was video of a guy recording the whole thing with his cell phone.
Yeah. I am not surprised at all that was his particular responses to that. Ricky, can you one more time for that, Ricky? Well, when we hear this expert commentary, Ricky, can you one more time? This guy's such expert and insight, eloquent. Please fire that off again.
Oh, I got fucked up.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I believe he and Beavis went and jerked it in the shed there, Mr. Johnson's shed, I think is. I don't remember the guy's name, but you know what I'm talking about.
He got fucked up, yeah. Continuing with the all Florida nonsense in this segment, as we often do, Clearwater police have charged 3 women with grand theft after they say they helped to steal thousands of dollars worth of goods from local Bath and Body Works locations.
But it was easy to find them. They either smelled like vanilla or coconut lime verbrana or verbena or whatever the hell that shit's called.
Cucumber melon.
Yeah, exactly.
Police say St. Petersburg residents Sierra Bryant, Clemetra Lamar, and Krashanta Barnes are part of a group of people who stole $15,000 worth of products from the store at the Countryside Mall. They cleared them out, apparently.
How many big fuzzy bathrobes did it have to take for that one?
I don't know. Police believe the group also stole around $30,000 worth of goods from other locations around Tampa Bay. The group is said to have targeted candles, air fresheners, and body spray. So either these are some real stinky ladies or they had some kind of scheme running. I don't know.
I was trying to think of some kind of comedy bit here to say for this story, but that's pretty. That's self-explanatory.
It's real nonsensical, just all on its own.
Like I said, I mean, I wonder what their their scent flavors. What the hell's wrong with me? I wonder what their classic scents would have been that they would have stole. When did it say when they stole all this stuff? Because is it more of a fall scent like pumpkin and apple dumpling and strudel, or is it more of a summer scent like orange and citrus and coconut and
lemon zest and black pepper?
There it is. That's the one. Do you ever shop at a Bath and Body Works? Have you ever shopped at a Bath and Body Works?
I've bought gifts there before.
You've never bought anything for yourself?
A long time ago.
Oh, really?
When I was young enough where I was too stupid and realized that was going to be a dumb. Well, actually, it was pretty popular at the time.
I was the one that used coconut and the coconut lime scented stuff occasionally.
Oh, okay, good for you.
Yeah, my wife
wanted to go around smell like a pina colada.
I did. I wanted to smell like Buffett's dong. I assume that's what his nuts smell like.
You couldn't pay me enough to have $45,000 worth of Bath and Body Works stuff in my house.
I don't.
That'd be horrifying.
That's a lot of tubes of scented stuff.
Garbage and candles, whatnot.
Garbage. You were right the first time.
Yeah,
garbage. Let's talk about another crazy ass Florida woman real quick here. This one had to be pulled from the cab of a fire engine that she tried to steal. Denied being under the influence of the usual street potions. Okay. But she said she had taken the Elixir of Life before trying to boost the emergency vehicle.
Otherwise known as bath salts, I think.
Probably.
That you can get at the Bath and Body Works, maybe.
Maybe it's all connected after all. Mm-hmm. Responding to a call about a woman acting erratically on the beach in St. Augustine, cops and fire rescue workers late last month discovered Kalani Jo Kroll, 39, in distress. Kroll, who lives 2 blocks from the beach, said she needed CPR. No, she didn't, because if she needed it, she wouldn't have said it. Well, she could have said it, I guess, but she definitely didn't need it. And other treatment. But while being escorted to an ambulance, Kroll began running back and forth.
Running back and
That's
forth.
Great.
Like a dog in a kennel?
Tennis player, maybe. Due to no crime being committed at this point, I had no reason to chase her, Officer Brandon Hand reported.
In other words, I didn't want to fuck with this, so I just let her run around.
Instead, sir, my official report says instead I stood there and looked at her and went, the fuck is she doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was his real response.
And he reached for his taser going, I'll hit her in the fucking run, I don't care. But as police and firemen began entering the vehicles to depart the scene, someone yelled, she's stealing the truck! Yeah. Evidently, she had opened the door of an unsecured fire engine, because you don't secure them, and got in the driver's seat. St. Johns County Fire Rescue personnel responded by pulling her from the cab. Mm-hmm. Someone said, I thought she was fixin'. I swear to God, folks, the quote says fixin' to drive off. I'm not doing a bit. This isn't trying to be funny. It says fixin' to drive off. Oh. Evidently, the witness was Ellie Jo. Was it Clampett? What Mary Jo Clampett? Ellie Mae Clampett was the witness. Evidently, after reportedly struggling with cops who tried to handcuff her, she offered an apology. According to the police report,
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry for being a psycho.
Yeah, exactly. She does say, "quote I'm sorry for trying to take the truck. I lost my marbles."
What is this place? I mean, Florida. I guess
you answer it. When Officer Hand asked if she was under the influence of anything, she replied, she was not, but had taken the Elixir of Life, which should confer a +3 saving throw against all poisons and charm effects.
So, in other words, yes, she was under the influence of something. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, unless she was at Hogwarts trying to get from the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know about this lady. I think she was hammered, Ricky. Ricky, are you drinking the Elixir of Life over there in your little jar there?
I don't know, maybe.
You think so?
I might be. Tell me about the third segment, Dan.
All right, Ricky. In the third segment, we're going to be doing the paranormal news. We're going to be talking about some demonic dicks in that one. Okay. We're going to be talking about cop cliques and Here Today, Gone Tomorrow.
No Good News Network, the news no one cares about.
No Good News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious flavored popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Popcorn with Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from No God Knows. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. Apparel's, collectibles, and more. NoCadoos.store. Gotta go to NoCadoos.store. NoCadoos.store. You think singing like Hootie is going to help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. It's the Nooka News Network, the news no one cares about. The third segment of the big 29th episode of the show.
It's fucking huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
In the home stretch here.
It's a very girthy episode.
It sure is.
Yeah, it's a kind of episode that really make you reconsider if you want to go home or not. You know what? Maybe I'll run off with this episode. This episode,
It's very satisfying.
Some people would call this episode a home wrecker.
Got a story out of Salt Lake City.
Oh, okay.
Megan Randolph is mad.
I don't give a shit. I don't even know who she is. Why do I care?
And devastated.
Well, sorry about her luck.
And in her own words, her confidence has been, quote, rocked.
All right.
Randolph, a model from Layton, Utah.
Yeah. She's a model.
Yeah,
sure.
She's been the victim of a scam, it seems. But the scam artist wasn't after her money so much as her dignity.
So she wasn't scammed into going to some kind of broadcast school for 16 months?
Nope. Well, kind of, because they were after her dignity just the same. But also this time her hair.
All right.
A little different. Oh, yeah, I haven't left the house, she said. I don't plan on leaving the house until I can figure something out. And I know that sounds silly, she said.
No, nothing she says sounds silly, Ricky. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
That came from, she does have a good head on her shoulders, a head that is now completely bald. Barely. It started with a text message from a stranger, and Randolph told KUTV she just doesn't give her number out to strangers.
Well, I call bullshit.
Except on, that lonely Thursday night that she happens to be out a little late.
She was doing the karaoke thing.
Mm-hmm. That one, sort of good-looking white guy did Pony by Genuine, and one thing led to another, and now she has shared her phone number with a stranger. Anyway.
Fucking Genuine reference. All right.
Stranger.
I see how this segment's going to go. All right, go ahead.
Stranger who texted her called themselves Ashley and said that she had been referred to her. Before the conversation was over, Randolph had been convinced to shave her head down to the skin and her eyebrows in exchange for a couple $1,000s.
That's one hell of a conversation.
I was a little hesitant at first, she said.
Doesn't sound like it.
I would have been a little hesitant until the end also.
At first, second, and third,
not
yeah.
so much her. It helped the scammer's cause that Randolph hasn't been able to work consistently since she was in a car crash in late 2020. The money never came, and the person misrepresenting herself as an agent of Redken Beauty and Hair Care products vanished, along with the phone number, and that is now out of service.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know anything else about how this story is going to go.
Yeah.
I did not really read it thoroughly, as is the case a lot of times.
As is evident. Yes.
But I'm just gonna put this out there. In what world would a representative of Redken hair products ask for a model with no hair? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Ricky, are you telling me that if someone texts you right now from Redken, you would not be willing to shave your beard and that peppermint patty looking hair of yours off real quick?
Nope, I would.
You're set, huh?
As ridiculous as I look, I would keep it all of it. All Randolph has to show for her troubles are photos and videos of her self-haircut process.
Jeez.
So she even did it herself. She knows some members of the public may be cruel to her about falling victim to this scam. Yeah,
Guilty.
Yeah, it's
Guilty.
It's us. And for shaving her head, but she wants to get the word out and doesn't want others to fall prey to the. Now, listen, lady, I'm not.
Look, I'm not a rocket scientist. I
might be gullible in some ways, but
Yeah,
this
but-
ain't gonna happen to me. I'll tell you.
No, I don't think. Hold on a minute. I got a call coming in. If you shave your balls, I will give you money. Oh, well.
No, that's just from your wife.
Yeah, please shave it.
I'm a little devastated, but it's just hair and it'll grow back. I wasn't scammed out of anything, but it's malicious.
Why you
said.
bitching?
All right. Randolph
Sounds like you do a lot of bitching to me, Randolph.
Randolph and her husband tried to verify the number, and it showed it was indeed registered to Redken. Probably a phone trick. It says one of those old phone tricks. You know how they used to mimic numbers for caller ID. He also called it to hear a voicemail service that, despite how skeptical he was convincing.
Randolph, the bald-headed lady.
Part of the trick was that Redken does have a series of online media campaigns about how to handle hair at home, so a home haircut didn't seem far-fetched.
It probably did when they said hit the skin and keep going.
What Randolph found online seemed to confirm the information provided by the scammer. Ashley also promised more money paid for more hair taken. Instead of a short buzz, because of a misunderstanding that didn't allow Ashley to use the buzz cut videos Randolph made, she was urged to take her hair all the way down to the skin.
Wow.
So, listen, I don't know. I'm not going to continue with this because I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of it. But no one's going to text you to hire you as a model for some sort of weird bald haircut promotion. I mean, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think if you're trying to do any kind of business deals whatsoever, perhaps something more than text.
You would think maybe
appropriate?
at least a Zoom call would be involved.
Something like that. Yes, I don't know. We don't handle a lot of our business for the podcast via text. So
What little business we have
up,
does
Ricky.
not happen over text.
shut up, I'm trying to scam people. Shut up, Ricky.
Yeah, so anyway, some weirdo Texas lady, who knows why, but some weirdo Texas lady and says shave your hair off, and she did it. because
Shit's a
she's-
gigs, I guess,
she's
man.
not too bright.
No. You know who else isn't too bright?
Who's that, Dan?
This fella here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He's actually a New Mexico man, but the incident occurred in Iowa. All right. So a man has been sentenced in Iowa to 2 years probation and fined $5,000 for flying a single engine plane in 2018 without a license, which was discovered only when he was forced to make an emergency landing.
All right,
So
let's unpack that for a second.
All
here.
right. So a New Mexico man was in Iowa flying a plane he wasn't licensed to fly.
Gotcha.
And had to make an emergency landing, so they caught his ass. This happened back in 2018, but they're just now sentencing him now to 2 years probation and $5,000 fine.
Okay. Got it.
Are you with me?
I am.
Okay. Federal prosecutors for Iowa said Keith Alexander Thomas, 44, of Portales, New Mexico, was sentenced in Cedar Rapids federal court on Wednesday after he pleaded guilty to a single count of operating as an airman without an airman certificate.
Well, you need that airman certificate.
That's right. So if it had been in a boat, he would have been a seaman without a seaman certificate.
Yeah, whatever.
The incident began when Thomas and another man flew from New Mexico to Wisconsin in June, and with plans for the other guy to buy a Cessna plane and have Thomas fly it back to New Mexico, even though Thomas didn't have a license.
Okay.
I don't know what they're going to do with the other plane that they flew out there. Fucking tow it?
The one guy was going to fly the other plane back.
They were like he was going to tow the plane back like you do a car.
No.
Okay.
Well, they just hook a chain up to
Yeah,
it.
that's what I thought.
That works, right?
That's what I thought.
You got to ride the brake when you're landing, otherwise you'd run into the other
run
plane.
right into the accident of the plane. In the midst of the flight
Yeah,
back,
I'm a hillbilly. I might have done that.
I guarantee it. In the midst of the flight back, the plane went into an engine failure over Iowa, and Thomas made an emergency landing in Waterloo, but failed to establish radio contact with the company that owned the airstrip where he landed. Like he had a choice. He was going to land it one way or the other at that point.
That's true.
The Cessna, it turned out, was not airworthy, was out of inspection.
You don't say.
No. And did not have functioning landing gear. So it was not a proper flying plane, but was going to be flown by not a proper pilot. So who cares at that point? So he managed to land the plane and no one was hurt.
Well, I mean, maybe he deserves a pilot's license. I mean, he landed it with no landing gear and didn't hurt anybody.
Exactly, because Iowa doesn't have the best track record for planes going down in emergency situations.
Especially single engine ones.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy here, I'm sure that he tried to call the radio. He's probably like, this is pilot CV247.
This is kind of pilot.
This is a guy who knows how to fly for playing Microsoft Flight Simulator 7725. I need some landing credentials. And they didn't answer, and he went, well, fuck it. What else am I supposed to do?
All right, yeah.
I can't just pull over to the side of the road. So he just landed it, right? Unlike a pretty famous air accident that happened in Iowa years ago with the old Big Bopper making a big crash in Iowa.
One Buddy Holly and Richie Valens.
Exactly.
So.
I believe that one, though, when they called the tower, it was pretty much just like, oh, baby, this is how I die.
Clear Lake Tower to flight NK274.
Hello, baby.
Yeah, we got you on radar at too low of an altitude for this airspace.
Do I what?
You're coming in at too low of an altitude for this airspace. Are you experiencing trouble?
Will I what?
Your plane is coming in at too low of an altitude for this airspace. Are you experiencing trouble with the aircraft?
Whoa, baby, this is how I die. And then the plane crashed.
We're horrible.
Yeah, Ricky, so that's what happened.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I assume tonight I'm gonna be haunted now by the ghost of the Big Bopper.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm gonna look him and I'm gonna be like, hey, can I tell this story next week on Paranormal News? And he's gonna go, well, that's what I like.
Well, apparently this show's gotten loose like a long neck goose. It might be time to move on.
Well, baby, hit that Paranormal News because that's what I like.
Well, speaking of hell, which is the place where Dan's going, we got a story about demons.
Hi, hell.
A priest believes that demons and evil spirits have figured out how to send text messages.
For fuck's
and
sake.
use them to taunt him and his team, amongst others.
That would explain all those extended car warranty calls we get, wouldn't it?
Stephen Rossetti is a licensed psychologist and counselor, and he said that demons use text to taunt their victims. their families, and any priest trying to save them.
Oh, sure they do.
He said that he had experienced 3 instances of demon texting, which in this story, that's actually a hyphenated phrase, demon texting.
Isn't that a song off a new rock album out nowadays? Demon testing or texting?
It's on a Sepultura album, I think. And that on each occasion, they had targeted high-value people who were texted by the evilest demons, he says.
What are these, the SEALs?
They're the elite
demons.
Yeah. Special forces demons, I guess. Stephen believes this happens when he's due to perform an exorcism, of which he performs up to 20 a week.
That's a busy fella.
Yeah, and the evil spirits are trying to put him off.
Sure, okay.
Throw him off his game. The demons like to try to throw him off his exercising game.
The demons are talking shit?
Yeah, right.
Talking demons?
He said, we've had 3 cases in which demons have texted the team and or the family of the possessed person.
Were they chirping like in hockey games, going, hey there, shooter, you're going to miss there, hey, over there, go shooting there.
2 of these cases, yes, demons are Canadian, I think. 2 of these cases were the most difficult cases we've had so far.
Montreal, maybe.
And the 3rd involved a pious family with priestly and religious vocations among the children.
Sure.
He says, so we were all, quote, high-value targets.
Religious vocations like door-to-door Bible salesman?
What is this, like Bin Laden, high-value targets?
Yeah, exactly.
This suggests that it takes considerable spiritual energy to cross over and manipulate such items in the physical world, like a cell phone, I guess is what he's saying. Stephen works in Washington, D.C., and performs exorcisms with his team.
Well, there's all the demons.
And he shared some examples of the messages.
Oh,
here we go.
Please, thank you so much, Stephen.
One said, quote, her torments start now, priest, all night. We will make her bleed.
Damn.
And another...
That is definitely a metal lyric.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think maybe just somebody...
Was that a Rammstein lyric?
I think maybe just somebody from Scandinavia is accidentally texting this guy.
Black metal.
One thing led to another, and now he thinks it's demons. Another text gloated, we're glad she's away from you now. And she probably is too, quite frankly. The issue of texting with a demon is covered in the priest's book, Diary of an American Exorcist.
Oh,
now I'm not saying that maybe this guy's trying to sell books or something.
No,
but
you sound like that. Can I get that at Barnes and Noble?
Yeah, probably. Well, if there were any. This priest claims demonic interference in technology is nothing new.
There's Barnes and Noble, just no borders.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. Yeah.
He says the demonic interference in technology is nothing new, with a long and well-documented history of them flickering lights on and off and targeting TVs, like when Perfect Strangers came on. I'm pretty sure that was demonic. The priest is a well-known name in the U.S., apparently, according to the story.
That was my Perfect Strangers music impression.
Sure, it was good enough.
No, it wasn't.
And he's appeared on TV shows such as Meet the Press and Larry King Live.
That's a ghostly figure right there.
He recently claimed a man possessed by a demon woke up with a beast's huge claw marks on his back. None of the rest of that matters. The bottom line here is that this guy says that the demons are now savvy with the cell phones and are using the technology against
that
everyone.
Makes a lot of sense, though, because when I play Xbox, people are always telling me about who slept with my mom last night. Maybe they're demons, not 14-year-old kids whipping my ass at Warzone.
Right. Here's the thing, Dan.
Yeah.
Is that we did a little research.
You did. I didn't do shit. I show up and just start making jokes.
By we, I mean me. I did a little research.
That makes more sense, yes.
And I found that the demons are actually a little more tech savvy than this guy even claims.
Okay.
They're actually pretty well ingrained into the modern world.
Oh, is that how TikTok showed up?
No, probably. They use social media, as it turns out.
All right.
They use all the stuff that everybody's using to stay connected. As a matter of fact, we stumbled on a vlog on YouTube of one of these demons.
Oh, goodness.
And it turns out he had his webcam rolling while he was filling in his Tinder profile.
Oh, Jesus.
And
okay.
we got it all on tape. Here it is.
Single red demon 4200 looking for hot fit chicks, the eviler, the better. Anybody fit this description? I want a no strings attached F-buddy that is responsible and eye candy. Able to fake an orgasm is a plus. I have green eyes, long horns, no kink shaming. Please be DD free. Let me know. No hassle. No expectations. Just a good time. 420 friendly.
Yes, I am. I mean, they're using. I don't know. You know, swipe whatever way you will on that one, but I wouldn't recommend it. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, demons. Demons, you're drunk. Time to go home.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ricky, but I can tell you one thing is that in Russia they have cryogenically frozen bodies. And this time they're being seized in an extraordinary daytime raid because of a divorce battle.
First of all, I didn't even know that actual cryogenic freezing of bodies was a real thing.
Well, Russia's kind of buck wild and just kind of really does what they want to do.
Apparently.
Their president rides around on horses topless.
Yeah, that's true.
Manipulates other countries. Mm-hmm. The staff of a company set up by Valeria Undolova, 59, grabbed the remains of people. So the dead bodies included people from Britain and the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Who paid thousands
potentially bad news for Walt Disney.
Yeah. Sorry there, Walt. Who paid thousands of pounds hoping to be brought back to life when science advanced enough to allow this.
Okay.
She and her team raided the company run by her ex-husband, Danelia Menamina, 41, near Moscow, which is home to the Russia's leading cryo storage facility, says reports. This lady,
so she was,
and a team of expert dead body stealers come swinging in and stole dead bodies and disconnected brains, Ricky.
So this guy's getting a divorce and this lady can't leave well enough alone with these frozen bodies. She's got to have her share of that too. It sounds like.
Yeah, not only can he not she has to take half the house, half the cars, and half the dead bodies, I guess.
Okay.
So anyway, both Menamina, who runs Cryo Rus, and its ex-boss, Undalova, who started a new company called Open Cryonics in the Tver region, claim to be the legitimate owners of the human remains. You want zombie apocalypses? Because that's how you get them.
You shouldn't be carting around dead people's brains. That's a bad move.
Or live people's brains.
No, yeah, right. Anyone's brains.
Would they be alive still if they're dead then, right?
Well, yeah.
I'm dead, Jim.
All right, Dan, one last story to wrap up this year.
All right. What do you got for me?
It comes out of L.A. County.
California.
Yes, right.
Okay.
That L.A. County.
Not Louisiana might have one. I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
That's just their postal abbreviation.
Oh.
Hundreds of Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies said they have been recruited to join secretive, sometimes gang-like cliques that operate within department stations, according to the findings of a survey by independent researchers.
So like Bayside High?
Yeah, the anticipated study into the problematic fraternities, which L.A. County officials commissioned the Rand Corporation to conduct in 2019, found 16% of the 1,600 deputies and supervisors who anonymously answered survey questions had been invited to join a clique, with some invitations having come in the past 5 years. So, you know what the worst is? When you get pulled over by the jock sheriff deputies.
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be above and beyond.
Yeah, they're the one. Those are the ones that like shoot people and stuff. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, bro.
You want to get pulled over by like the stoner slacker deputies because they're obviously the most easygoing.
What about the emo cops?
The goth.
Yeah, you pull over and they playing Friday I'm in Love.
Yeah, there's Bauhaus blaring out of the patrol car.
Exactly.
And they walk up all slow and sad.
Their hair's in front of their eyes.
Yeah,
they can't really see you.
They're like, I guess I'll write you a ticket for speeding, but I don't know why. None of it matters anyway.
The worst are like the Valley Girl clique. They pull you over. They're like,
yeah, you don't want that.
Oh my God, you know why I pulled you over? Because you're driving a minivan.
The preppy girl deputies are the worst.
Why are you driving a minivan for?
Oh my God, this car's like gross.
I'm gonna go to Starbucks, and they just drive away.
Yeah, it's the worst.
You know the worst is you don't be pulled over by the hardcore kids.
Oh yeah,
Pull over, madball screaming out of the car.
Yeah, like what? Like
They walk
even
up
like
and
the
just
work
punch you.
release kids.
Yeah, those. Yeah, basically, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly.
Yeah, it's you know.
You don't want the nerd cops to pull you over and be like, "Excuse me, sir, you were going 72 miles per hour, which at that speed you would have
the
to have
velocity in which you were
8.2
traveling.
seconds to stop." And
I calculated your velocity. Yeah, you don't want that either.
Ricky, what clique of cops would you be in?
I don't know. You know, I sort of I got along with all the cop deputy cliques. I guess.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know.
You just what kind of? Hey man, hey, what cop clique are you?
I got affiliated with the stoners, but I wasn't really one of those. I just didn't give a shit. Is how it works.
That's the cops I want to be pulled over. The not give a shit cops.
Of course.
You know why I pulled you over? No, do you? Not really. See you later. Bye.
Never mind. Have you been drinking tonight? Yeah. Have you? Yeah.
Touche.
That's how that goes. Yeah, right. That was the clique I was in.
That was the one I was. Yeah.
I think that wraps up another successful episode of the show. Dan?
Yeah, Ricky, that was another episode of the show. Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, me too.
You know what, everyone? Thanks for listening to another episode of the show. That was the 29th episode of the show that we're finishing up now. And some of the feedback we've been getting lately has been pretty awesome. The best ways to get that feedback to us is through the email at newsroom@nocanews.com. You can send it to us directly on the phone. We have a number. It's 614-398-0770.
Yeah, call us and leave us a voicemail, and if it's funny, or maybe not funny, we'll probably use it one way or the other.
Yeah, actually, if you guys want to call in and do the whole show for us, that's awesome.
If you got a solid hour, we'll just put that right on.
Yeah, because we're lazy as shit. So if you just want to do the show for us, we will just put it right on here. We'll do some drops for you.
Take that week off.
We'll stumble through some words to help you out. I mean, that's what we do. So,
right.
Ricky, why don't you tell everyone about our Noca News merchandise?
We've got that merchandise at nocanews.store. We've got t-shirts. You know what we don't have any more? Tote bags.
We do
Nobody
not have
wanted those.
No. We have coffee mugs.
We do have that. We have
fanny packs for you.
It's true, and hoodies.
Yeah.
All that's on there.
Fall is right around the corner, folks. So make sure you get yourself a very soft and comfy Noca News hoodie so you can show those that you support the news that no one cares about.
Yeah, and there's also the Noca News Network Gator Halloween shirt that you're wearing right now.
I am wearing that shirt right
coming
now.
up. So
It's
those
Gator.
are available.
Gator Halloween is Gator Satanistic.
Yes, it is.
I read it off my tummy.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next episode.
Yeah, come on over. Netflix and chill. You know, nothing serious.
Noca News Network.